New England not a common opponent, but the guy that might be across from you quite a bit is Jalen Mills, opponent you have some familiarity with. Does that kind of help with your preparation as you kind of, okay, I have an idea. I don't get to see the Patriots a whole bunch. Maybe when you were with Oakland and stuff, you got to see them a little more. But now, does that kind of, it's like, okay, I kind of have an idea of how I want to maybe attack this guy going in?
Yeah and no. Like, it helps with your preparation, sure, because you think you know the guy. And a lot of times you really do. But you can never underestimate the growth of a player. Like a person might be like, well, I played this guy 5 times. I don't even have to watch film on him.
Right.
But then he goes out there and the player's playing completely different, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the thing about us. We're pros. We're gifted athletes. Like, we can make that change if we really put in the work, you know? And so I continue to watch film on these guys that I think I know.
Are there any players in the league that you have torched enough times that when they line up, like, they won't even look you in the eye because they're just kind of sad and they know what's about to happen?
I actually, to tell the truth, that actually does happen. That actually does happen. Just a player respects you so much that he won't talk trash. He won't, like, he'll just
he kind of looks at his feet
while
he's lining up. He just kind of looks down.
Looks at his towel and his gloves and all that. Yeah.
They know. Like, they gotta be on their A game. They gotta play a perfect game because at any given second, you know, things can change.
Amari, is that the first snap? Is that when you look inside and then you look across and you see it? Is that when you get that feeling? Is it the first play or is it a couple plays in that you just?
Nah, it's usually the first. It's usually like the first play, yeah, because you got to think, like, really a DB's hope in my mind. I mean, I guess I can't really speak for a DB, but DB's hope when they're playing against a receiver who they think can, like, dominate them. Mm-hmm. They're hoping that, you know, that receiver just don't get enough targets, because to dominate someone, you can't have 3-4 targets. Like, it's impossible to, like, it's almost impossible to dominate somebody with 3 targets, you know? So they're hoping that, and I just hope that the game plan isn't around them this game or something, like, or I hope they do good in the running game. Like, yeah. I think that's what they think. And they feed off that. Like, if I, like me, if I was at cornerback, I would rather the receiver get a lot of targets than me to actually stop him and say that I had a good game. But a lot of those guys, man, if you don't even, like, they'll be satisfied if you don't even get a target, and they'll claim that they had a good
victory.
game.
Yeah. Okay, and my final question for you there: when's Diggs going to come into the receiving room and start hanging out with you guys? You know, he's acting like he wants to be back with you guys in that receiver room. What do we think about that?
But I think Diggs is actually a good receiver. Like, I think if he would have stayed at receiver, he would have been an NFL receiver for sure.
Sure.
I just think at the time he got there at Bama, they needed him more at corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were already loaded at receiver. They could have used him at receiver, but they needed him more at corner. And Saban, he was a corner. He's a defensive guy. He saw the potential.
Right.
And so, you know, he was able to, you know, make that switch for him.
After practice or in the backyard one day, Diggs runs 10 reps. You're the corner. You run 10 reps. He's the corner. Dak is all-time quarterback. How many do you catch? How many does he catch on you?
He ain't catching a ball on me. Like, I'm really like that at corner. I'm at receiver. Well, I get to pick all my routes. I'm going to say I catch all 10.
There you go.
Love it.
You do realize you just said that Trevon Diggs is a terrible player.
I mean, what am I supposed to say? You get Trevon Diggs up here, he going to say the same thing. He going to say the same thing.